All right, let's get right into it. Picture this. You're on a plane, the engines are just roaring, and then you flip a little switch on your headphones and boom, silence. It feels like straight-up magic, doesn't it? Well, it's not. And in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible physics behind how noise-canceling headphones actually pull it off.
So, that's the million-dollar question, right? How on earth can a little device create this personal bubble of quiet right in the middle of all that chaos? It seems totally impossible, but the answer? Well, it's one of the most elegant examples of applied physics you'll find in your everyday life.
You know the feeling. A loud train, a busy coffee shop, even just the constant drone of an air conditioner. We put on our headphones to get a little escape, but it's that active noise cancellation that truly just erases the world. To get how that works, we have to look past just blocking sound. So headphones really use two main tricks to get you some quiet. First up, you've got passive noise cancellation. Just think of this like wearing a good pair of earmuffs. Thick foam, a really snug fit. It physically blocks sound waves from getting to your ear. It's great for high-pitched stuff, but for those deep, low rumbles of an engine, you need active noise cancellation, or ANC. And this stuff doesn't just block sound, it actively erases it.
And this is where it gets really, really cool. Active noise cancellation is all about fighting fire with fire, or, well, fighting sound with more sound. The whole secret sauce is a physics thing called interference. Let's break that down. Every single sound you hear, whether it's your favorite song or a car horn, is really just a pressure wave moving through the air. You can picture it just like a wave on the ocean. It's got high points, we call those peaks or crests, and it's got low points, called troughs. That simple up and down pattern is the key to everything.
And check this out. This shows what happens when two of those sound waves run into each other. If a peak lines up with another peak, they add up and make an even bigger, louder wave. That's called constructive interference. But what if a peak lines up perfectly with a trough? They completely cancel each other out, and that is destructive interference. That's the secret to silence. So here's the big aha moment. To completely get rid of an unwanted sound wave, all you have to do is create its perfect mirror image, its evil twin, an anti-noise wave, and play it at the exact same time. The peak of the bad noise meets the trough of your anti-noise, and poof, they neutralize each other. Silence. Okay, so how does a pair of headphones actually pull this off in the tiny fraction of a second it takes for sound to get to your ear? It's all thanks to a tiny, high-speed system working like crazy inside the ear cup.
The whole thing is this really elegant three-step dance, but it happens ridiculously fast. First, a microphone on the outside of the headphone listens to all the noise around you. Second, a tiny little computer chip analyzes that sound wave and instantly inverts it, creating that perfect opposite anti-noise. And third, the headphone speaker plays that anti-noise wave, which meets the real noise and cancels it out right before it hits your eardrum. It's incredible.
And this whole magic trick relies on a few key players. You've got the microphones, those are the ears of the system. You've got the digital signal processor, or DSP, that's the lightning-fast brain doing all the math. The speakers, well, they act as the voice, producing that canceling sound. And of course, because this is an active system, you need a battery to power the whole operation.
But as you've probably noticed, active noise cancellation isn't perfect. It works like a charm on some sounds, but it seems to do almost nothing for others. And that's because the technology has some very specific strengths and weaknesses, all depending on the type of noise it's up against.
ANC is an absolute beast when it comes to canceling out constant, low-frequency sounds. Think airplane engines, the rumble of a train, the hum of an AC unit. Why? Because those sound waves are predictable. They're easy for the processor to analyze and counter. But it really struggles with sudden, irregular, high-pitched sounds, like people talking or a dog barking. They just change too fast for the system to react in time.
So just how effective are we talking? A really good ANC system can knock down ambient noise by 30 to 40 decibels. Now, to put that in perspective, that's enough to turn the deafening roar of a jet engine into just a faint, distant hum. It's a massive, massive difference.
And this is exactly why the best noise cancellation is a team effort. The most advanced headphones use what's called a hybrid system. The physical design, the plush padding, the tight seal, that gives you passive cancellation for those sharp, high-pitched sounds that ANC struggles with. Meanwhile, the electronics are actively zapping all those low-pitched rumbles. The two working together is what creates that incredible bubble of near-total silence.
You know, this technology didn't just appear out of nowhere for our morning commutes. It actually has a pretty fascinating history, and an even more exciting future, one that's going to move way beyond just blocking out sound.
Believe it or not, ANC was first developed way back in the 1950s, and it was for pilots, to protect their hearing from that constant engine drone on long flights. It stayed a pretty niche, expensive thing for decades, until the 2000s, when it finally hit the consumer market. And today? Well, now we're in the era of AI-powered adaptive ANC, where your headphones are smart enough to adjust the cancellation level all on their own.
And the future is kind of mind-blowing. We're moving towards systems that can map sound in 3D space around you, or intelligent transparency modes that let you choose exactly which sounds you want to let in. Imagine hearing a friend talking to you perfectly, but not the traffic right behind them. It's about total control of your audio world.
This quote really just nails it. The goal isn't just to create a wall of silence anymore. The technology is getting so sophisticated that it's becoming a smart audio filter for your entire life, curating what you hear in real time.
So, as we wrap this up, think about this. The next generation of this tech isn't about blocking out the world. It's about tuning it. You'll be able to decide what's in your audio foreground and what fades into the background. The question isn't how to get silence anymore. The question is, what kind of world do you want to listen to?